Birds are beautiful creatures. You could even say they are majestic, but a rarely discussed aspect is just how incredibly diverse they are. Some are so extraordinarily unique that there really is no other bird like them. These are the most unique birds in the world. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Now, let's get started. Number 20, the enigmatic Potoo bird. The Potoo bird is, without a doubt, one of the strangest, most mysterious, and unique creatures in the entire animal kingdom. If you are lucky enough to spot one, you'll notice that its feathers and the entire structure of its body are incredibly adapted to blend perfectly with its natural surroundings. These birds, known as Potus, display a wide variety of shapes, sizes, and patterns, making them true masters of disguise. Strictly nocturnal, active only at night and resting during the day, their plumage, like that of other nocturnal birds, provides powerful camouflage. This allows them to resemble a dry branch, a broken trunk, or even tree bark. The common Potoo emits a whistle composed of a melancholic series of notes that gradually descend in pitch, while the great Potoo bird produces a deep guttural sound accompanied by loud, eerie cries. Many travelers and adventurers have been startled by these bizarre sounds, which inspired countless folk legends involving ghosts and supernatural apparitions. It is said that the common Potoo's call represents the lonely wail of a passionate soul, mourning a lost romance, or the beautiful, unattainable moon goddess. Additionally, Potus have incredibly wide mouths, paired with short, discreet beaks. At night, these large jaws become essential tools for catching moths, beetles, and a wide variety of other flying insects. Number 19, the extravagant curved-bill parrot. Parrots in general are incredibly peculiar and truly unique birds. Even the name grabs attention. These small seabirds have a distinct appearance, with a robust, compact body covered in black feathers and a disproportionately large head relative to their body. Adults are predominantly black, except for a striking white face and a long golden plume that curves elegantly around the back of the head and neck, creating a flamboyant appearance. Their bill is large, ranging in color from reddish orange to yellow orange, especially at the base, forming a prominent plate that stands out clearly. The curved bill parrot can be found in North Pacific regions, inhabiting open seas, remote islands, and inaccessible coastal cliffs. During the breeding season, this species develops an even larger head compared to other parrots, making it easily recognizable by its intense white facial mask and shiny golden plumes, even more striking during courtship. Interestingly, the curved bill parrot has an impressive skill. It can capture and hold multiple small fish at once in its beak, sometimes carrying 5 to 20 fish at a time to feed its hungry chicks. Meanwhile, adults still consume their own food underwater, demonstrating great agility and efficiency. The first documented specimen of the curved bill parrot was discovered in Alaska and, surprisingly, was at least 6 years old, becoming the oldest parrot ever recorded at that time. Still, that age seems modest. Honestly, I imagine these peculiar birds could live much longer. Poor, charming parrots. Number 18, the exotic Hoatzin. All I can say is, wow, this next bird looks like it stepped straight out of a forgotten era, something worthy of a scene where dinosaurs and cavemen coexisted. The name of this incredibly colorful and visually striking bird. Meet the Hoatzin. The Hoatzin is relatively small, yet absolutely striking, sporting vibrant turquoise and orange feathers, giving it an almost prehistoric aesthetic. These flashy birds are neotropical species native to the vast Amazon basin, living mainly along slow-flowing rivers and calm lakes in the region. Due to their unique appearance, piercing calls, and social nature of living in large flocks, it's no surprise they are often spotted, which unfortunately also makes them easy targets for predators. A completely curious fact about the Hoatzin: it shares an unexpected trait with cows. Yes, as strange as it may seem, the Hoatzin digests its food through bacterial fermentation, just like cows, goats, and sheep. It is the only known bird in the world with stomach compartments located deep in the abdomen rather than along the rest of the digestive tract, because its diet consists almost entirely of leaves. These ingested leaves go straight to the crop, where bacterial fermentation begins, making digestion quite unusual for a bird. However, this strange feature has a downside. The bacteria involved in fermentation can release a really unpleasant odor. Because of this, the Hoatzin has earned an unflattering nickname, the infamous stinky bird, due to its strong, unpleasant smell. Number 17, the peculiar Kakapo. And since we're talking about curious birds, it's worth highlighting another incredibly unique species, the Kakapo. This adorable parrot is nocturnal, large, and interestingly, unable to fly, a rarity among parrots. Despite this limitation, it has complex, highly specific reproductive habits and a distinct personality. The Kakapo has a rounded face that closely resembles an owl's, which only adds to its charm. It is native to New Zealand and part of the delicate ecosystem of the king of forests, where its presence is rare and precious. Adults have vibrant dark green feathers with yellow and black markings, while chicks display lighter, predominantly yellowish tones. These features make them truly charming little parrots, genuine natural treasures. During mating season, males emit a deep, resonant call reminiscent of a drum, which echoes through the forest to attract females to their display sites. Both males and females also produce sharp, distinct cries, creating a unique nocturnal symphony. Although other birds may look somewhat similar, the Kakapo's nocturnal habits and inability to fly make it unmistakable to those familiar with its behavior. Since reproduction occurs only in carefully managed areas, the chance of confusing it with other species is extremely low. Unfortunately, the Kakapo is critically endangered and is currently the focus of several highly specialized conservation projects. Before humans arrived in New Zealand, its forests were home to numerous bird species. However, the introduction of predators, habitat destruction, and overhunting caused a drastic decline in local biodiversity, reducing the number of bird species to around 50 by the mid-1990s. With that in mind, maybe it's time to change our approach. Why not protect the extraordinary Kakapo instead of hunting it? Number 16, the extravagant spider-parrot toucan. Undoubtedly one of the most recognizable and famous birds on this list. The spider-parrot toucan draws attention with its enormous bill. It is known for having an impressively large bill, giving it a curious and slightly awkward appearance at first glance. The bill is so large it can reach almost twice the length of the bird's body, creating a truly unique and unmistakable look. The lower part of its body features vibrant colors, with bright yellow cheeks and throat, red feathers under the tail, and a face with shades blending yellow and pale green. Despite appearing heavy, the bill is surprisingly light, made of keratin and supported by a hollow bone structure, a fascinating natural adaptation. However, the real challenge for the toucan is not the weight of the bill, but its wings. Even with hollow bones that help reduce total weight, it can struggle to maintain long flights. Due to the body-to-wing proportions, these birds inhabit tropical and subtropical forests, from southern Mexico to Venezuela and Colombia, finding shelter in the dense canopy. Another interesting fact, the spider-parrot toucan is crepuscular, meaning it's most active during dawn and dusk, the magical hours of the day. And let's be honest, with its flashy style and nocturnal routine, you could say this bird is a true party animal, always ready for the wildest and most animated jungle parties. Long live the toucan rhythm! Number 15, the charming ribbon-tailed Astrapia. An incredibly fitting name for a bird that sports one of the most fabulous tails in the entire animal kingdom. It really looks like a delicate ribbon fluttering in the wind, doesn't it? The ribbon-tailed Astrapia is an extraordinary bird found in the dense forests of the Central Highlands of Papua New Guinea, which also serve as its main breeding grounds. This stunning bird of paradise stands out thanks to its long, slender, ribbon-like tail, which exceeds the length of its body. The bird measures about 32 centimeters in total, most of which is occupied by its incredibly elegant tail. Adult males display iridescent plumage in olive green and bronze tones, shimmering in sunlight like living jewels. When perched, their long tails can curve upward and rest behind their heads, creating a truly impressive visual. Interestingly, younger males between 15 and 20 years old do not yet have the characteristic white tail feathers, making them visually distinct from older individuals. Females, on the other hand, have brown plumage on the head and body with subtle iridescent tones, often mistaken for other nocturnal birds. Like the nocturnal andale, male Astrapias are polygamous, mating with several females during the breeding season. The name Astrapia was chosen in honor of the renowned naturalist and explorer of New Guinea, Fredshaw Mayer, who is believed to have discovered the bird in 1938, giving it the scientific name ribbon-tailed bird of paradise. Unfortunately, the ribbon-tailed Astrapia is currently classified as vulnerable, mainly due to habitat destruction and excessive hunting motivated by the value of its ornamental feathers. Today, this magnificent bird is officially considered extinct in the wild, surviving only in records, memories, and conservation studies. Number 13, the extraordinary magnificent frigatebirds. Think about it. Can you imagine being so impressive that scientists decided to include the word magnificent in your species name? Just how incredible would a bird have to be to deserve such an honor? Well, the magnificent frigatebirds definitely live up to that title. These large seabirds have a unique appearance, characterized by extremely long, angular wings designed to slice through the wind with precision. Their deeply forked tails usually remain closed, forming a sharp, elegant tip that helps with maneuverability during flight. Their bills are long and strong, ending in a pronounced curve, perfect for catching moving prey. Visually, the magnificent frigatebird is predominantly black, although some parts of the body, such as the head, chest, and belly, have white markings, especially in females. Indeed, females are easily identified by their white chest, contrasting with a black head, while juveniles have white heads and bellies, making them even more distinct. As they grow, the young gradually darken their heads, while a light beige band appears on the upper wings, similar to adults. But the real spectacle happens when males are ready to mate. During this period, they display an impressive inflatable red throat pouch, which stands out dramatically against the black plumage. This vibrant pouch is inflated like a balloon during mating rituals to attract females. And no, they don't store anything inside it, although it really does look like a biological backpack, doesn't it? Although they are oceanic birds, frigatebirds do not dive to catch fish. Instead, they use a daring technique, gliding just above the water's surface to snatch prey, or in an even bolder move, chasing other birds until they regurgitate their food. This practice is known as kleptoparasitism, so in addition to being magnificent, they are true sky pirates. Number 12, the incredible sandgrouse. More than SpongeBob, we're talking about the miraculous feathers of the sandgrouse. This extraordinary bird has a skill so unique it seems magical. It can transport water to its chicks using only its feathers. Yes, you heard that right. The sandgrouse, especially the male, can fly up to 20 kilometers at dawn through the cold, dry desert air in search of small water sources. And here's the most impressive part. When it finds water, it doesn't just drink. It plunges in up to its belly and begins a curious collection ritual, swaying its body from side to side and vigorously shaking its belly feathers. This intentional absorption process can take up to 15 minutes. In the end, the male returns to the nest carrying about 25 ml of water, just over 2 tablespoons, carefully stored among his adapted feathers. These belly feathers have unique structures, like tiny spring-shaped filaments that act as natural sponges, keeping the water secured during flight back. When he returns, his thirsty chicks gather around, using their beaks delicately to extract water directly from the father's feathers, like tiny spatulas trying to get every precious drop. This exchange looks straight out of a fairy tale, yet it happens daily in the arid regions where they live, such as the Sahara Desert. It's a fantastic example of how nature always finds ingenious ways to adapt, and a beautiful demonstration of active, attentive parenting in the animal kingdom. Not bad for a bird living in one of the harshest places on Earth, right? Number 10, the enigmatic standard-winged nightjar. This name almost sounds like a new mysterious DC Comics hero, Standard-Winged Nightjar, the long-lost brother of Nightwing. But instead of being a crime fighter with a cape, this bird prefers to stay hidden, camouflaged in the African savanna. Measuring about 20 to 23 centimeters, the standard-winged nightjar may not look impressive at first glance, but its song, a vibrant trill, definitely stands out in African nights. Its gray and brown plumage provides excellent camouflage among the dry leaves and branches where it lives. Unlike other nightjars, this species lacks the usual white patches on its wings or tail, giving it a more discreet appearance, almost as if it's always dressed like a spy. But here comes the glamour. During mating season, males develop a special feather. The 9th primary feather of each wing transforms into a long ribbon that can reach 38 centimeters, almost twice the length of the bird's body. It's as if they're wearing a decorative cape to impress females, who watch closely as males parade these feathers in low, curved flights. After the season, the charm literally disappears as the feathers fall or break, and males and females once again look nearly identical. These birds inhabit dry savannas stretching from Senegal to Ethiopia, including countries like Gambia, Liberia, Cameroon, South Sudan, and Uganda. While widely distributed, they are most commonly seen along the Liberian coast and western Cameroon, especially during the dry season when they are more active. The standard-winged nightjar is a true master of stealth, and a surprising example of how even the most discreet birds can have their moments to shine. Number 9, the rock thrush extravaganza. No, we're not talking about an 80s rock festival with distorted guitars and wild hair. We're talking about one of the most impressive birds in all of South America, the incredible rock thrush extravaganza, also simply known as the rock thrush. And yes, that name really does sound like a glam metal band, but in reality, it's the nickname for one of the most extravagant and original birds on this list. With its absolutely distinctive appearance and curious behavior, the rock thrush is impossible to ignore. Beyond its eye-catching appearance, it has a courtship display that resembles a true performance. Males grunt like pigs and leap enthusiastically to attract females. These displays occur at dawn in small clearings within cloud forests along the Andean slopes, usually at mid-altitudes. It's as if they have their own secret stages hidden among the trees. When not performing, they can be found deeper in the forest, especially near fruit-bearing trees, which make up the bulk of their diet. The male is a true explosion of color, with vivid orange or red feathers, black wings with large silver feathers, and a rounded crest that looks more like a carnival helmet than a hairstyle. Females also have reddish tones, but they are less flashy, a trait that helps them camouflage while nesting. Even among tropical birds, this species stands out for both appearance and behavior, and although it shares some similarities with other Andean frugivorous birds, the rock thrush is truly unique. A living gem of the South American forests, it continues to impress bird watchers around the world. Number 8. The mysterious hooded pitohui. We've all heard of venomous snakes, sneaky scorpions, and even dangerously colorful frogs. But what about a poisonous bird? Yes, you heard that right. In the heart of the dense forests of New Guinea lives one of the most astonishing creatures in the animal kingdom, the hooded pitohui, one of the few birds known to be poisonous on Earth. And believe it, it was actually the first toxic bird to be formally documented in scientific literature. At first glance, the pitohui seems harmless, about the size of a pigeon, with a sleek black head and a body covered in vibrant orange-reddish feathers. Measuring about 23 cm in length, it is classified as a passerine, a true songbird. It belongs to the crow family, along with crows and jays, which already indicates a certain level of intelligence. With sharp, dark claws and a robust black beak, the pitohui seems well prepared for anything. But what really sets it apart is the presence of venom, mainly in the skin and feathers, a rare evolutionary adaptation among birds. This toxin, called batrachotoxin, is the same deadly compound found in certain poisonous frogs of South America. Interestingly, the bird does not produce it itself. It acquires it through diet, especially by consuming a specific beetle known as choricine, native to New Guinea. The bird's vibrant colors, combined with a distinct odor, serve as a clear warning to potential predators. Stay away. This visual strategy is known as aposematic coloration. Found exclusively in the tropical forests of New Guinea, the pitohui is omnivorous, feeding on everything from sweet fruits to tasty and dangerous insects. So if you ever explore New Guinea and spot an orange and black bird singing cheerfully, enjoy the sight, but admire from a distance. Nature, after all, is full of surprises, and some of them can deliver a very serious sting. Number 7. Three-whiskered tanager. The alien bird of the tropical forests. In the humid canopy of Central American rainforests, between Honduras and Panama, lives one of the continent's most exotic and strange birds, the three-whiskered tanager, Eutrixa tribarbalis, a fictional scientific name for narrative purposes. Observing an adult male, it's impossible not to pause and marvel at the almost alien appearance it displays. The first thing that catches your eye are the 3 long, thin, dark gray whiskers hanging from the base of its robust beak. These delicate filaments sway at the slightest breeze, giving the male an air that is as bizarre as it is impressive. It's as if the forest itself had sculpted a living ornament unique in the world. The visual effect is accentuated by the contrast with the large black beak and the white chest that stands out like a luminous flag against the deep green background of the treetops. While the male flaunts extravagant colors and accessories, the female adopts a completely opposite strategy. Her beauty is discreet yet incredibly functional, perfect camouflage. With an olive green head finely streaked with yellow lines, a small golden eye ring, and a yellow underbelly with darker olive green stripes, she becomes nearly invisible among the dense canopy leaves. This extreme difference between males and females is a classic example of sexual dimorphism, where appearance has evolved divergently to maximize both mate attraction and survival, distribution, and habitat. The three-whiskered tanager is native to a relatively restricted geographic range, extending ranging from eastern Honduras to western Panama. It prefers mid to high altitudes, usually between 900 and 3,000 meters, where the forest is dense, humid, and rich in fruits, insects, and small vertebrates. During the non-breeding season, many of these birds descend to lower altitudes, exploring secondary forests and forest edges in search of abundant food. This altitudinal flexibility demonstrates remarkable adaptability, allowing the species to survive in varied habitats while reducing competition for resources. The environment chosen by the three-whiskered tanager is highly three-dimensional. It utilizes every layer of the forest, from the lowest branches to the treetops, demonstrating incredible skill in navigating dense trees and intertwined foliage. Males in particular spend long periods at the tops of trees, using this strategic position to sing and attract attention, and also to watch for predators and rivals' behavior and ecology. The behavior of this species is as remarkable as its appearance. Despite its relatively small size, the three-whiskered tanager is extremely territorial, especially during the breeding season. Males compete for elevated singing territories, displaying their whiskers and emitting calls that can be heard up to half a kilometer away. These calls, though not melodic to human ears, have precise functions, attracting females. The intensity and frequency of the song indicate the male's health and vigor, repelling rivals. The powerful voice and visual display create an effective communication barrier. Males are display specialists. They shake their whiskers, puff out their white chest, and alternate head movements to impress potential mates. This performance, strange to human eyes, is the pinnacle of sexual selection, survival, and reproduction through visual and auditory showmanship, diet, and feeding. The three-whiskered tanager is omnivorous, with a diet primarily composed of juicy tropical fruits, small insects and larvae, occasionally small vertebrates, including chicks of other birds or amphibians. Its foraging techniques are equally impressive. Females, with their efficient camouflage, wait patiently on low branches, capturing insects with nearly surgical precision. Males, on the other hand, combine territorial singing with constant vigilance, taking advantage of any opportunity to capture food, even during long display sessions. The combination of frugivorous and predatory diet allows the three-whiskered tanager a vital ecological balance, dispersing plant seeds and controlling insect populations, playing a critical role in the tropical forest ecosystem, reproduction, and life cycle. The three-whiskered tanager follows a life cycle deeply adapted to the montane forest. The breeding season coincides with periods of greater food availability, ensuring that males and females can support their chicks with abundant resources. The male initiates courtship with elaborate displays, alternating body movements, shaking whiskers, and emitting strident calls. The female observes carefully, assessing the male's vigor, health, and ability to protect territory and resources. Only the strongest and most visually impressive males manage to attract mates. After mating, the female builds a secure nest, usually hidden in dense foliage or natural tree cavities. Eggs are incubated for approximately 14 to 18 days, during which the female remains almost immobile, protecting the brood. Chicks are born small, vulnerable, and nearly blind, but grow quickly thanks to maternal care and a constant supply of insects and mashed fruits. Within weeks, they begin to explore their immediate environment, learning essential foraging and defense skills, accompanied by the mother, and in some cases under male supervision, social interactions, and communication. Although territorial, the three-whiskered tanager exhibits complex social interactions, especially between males and females. Males may form subtle hierarchies based on song, physical vigor, and occupation of strategic branches. Females may temporarily cooperate in defending food resources or protecting against common predators, showing an unusual degree of social intelligence among passerines. Communication is not limited to strident calls. They use body movements, whisker postures, and facial expressions to convey messages to mates and rivals. A simple head tilt or whisker raise can signal alertness, submission, or sexual interest. Adaptations and survival. The three-whiskered tanager is a masterpiece of evolution. Its bizarre appearance is not merely aesthetic, it serves precise functions. Male whiskers, used in sexual display and as a visual health signal, female camouflage protects against predators during incubation. Robust beak allows crushing hard fruits and capturing prey. Loud vocalizations ensure territory defense and mate attraction. Additionally, these birds possess remarkable resistance to parasites and disease, essential for survival in dense tropical forests where competition and predators are constant. Number 6. The Sri Lanka frogmouth. Get ready to meet one of the most peculiar birds of the tropical forests, the Sri Lanka frogmouth. With a name that sounds like it came straight out of a magical fairy tale, this small nocturnal bird measures about 22 centimeters in length and is found in the southern western Ghats of India and, of course, in Sri Lanka itself. These birds exhibit sexual dimorphism, meaning males and females have different plumage. Males display a grayish tone with a speckled crown and fine stripes, while females have a warmer appearance with rich brown tones. This difference makes it easier to identify sex in the field, especially when perched and camouflaged among vegetation. The name frogmouth comes from its wide, flattened beak, curved in the middle, which closely resembles a frog's mouth. This, combined with forward-facing eyes and slit-shaped nostrils, gives the bird an almost amphibian appearance. Small bristles around the eyes help protect them and filter particles during nocturnal hunting. These birds live in dense tropical forests, evergreen forests, and even bamboo groves. During the day, they sleep perfectly camouflaged among the branches, often remaining motionless for hours to avoid detection. At night, however, they become active, silently hunting a variety of insects such as moths, beetles, and other small arthropods, which make up most of their diet. When it comes to breeding, the frogmouth pair works as a team. They build nests using moss, feathers, lichens, and pieces of bark, creating a safe and cozy home. Curiously, they lay only one egg at a time, and the cutest part, both parents take turns incubating, a true demonstration of parental teamwork in the animal world. Additionally, these birds rarely vocalize, reinforcing their mysterious nature. They are discreet, silent, and extremely well camouflaged, making them difficult to spot in the wild. But for dedicated bird watchers, finding a frogmouth is like discovering a hidden treasure in the heart of the forest. Number 5. The King of Saxony. We've already had a bird with magnificent in its name, and now we have one with a royal title. What's next? A bird called the Emperor of the Skies. Jokes aside, the King of Saxony is one of the most spectacular birds you'll find in nature. It belongs to the bird of paradise family and is the only member of its genus, making it even more special, or lonely, depending on how you see it. This incredible bird lives exclusively in the mountain forests of New Guinea, at altitudes between 1,600 and 2,850 meters. There, it stands out not only for its majestic name, but especially for its exotic appearance. Locals in Papua New Guinea and Western New Guinea refer to the bird as cassowary, an attempt to imitate the explosive, loud call the male makes during mating season. It's a cry that echoes through the treetops, impossible to ignore. The adult male measures about 22 centimeters in body length, but what really draws attention are its two incredible blue eyebrow-like plumes, which extend an impressive 50 centimeters, more than twice the body length. These iridescent antennas can be raised and moved at will, as if the bird has full control over two magical ribbons sprouting from its head. They are used in elaborate and visually impressive courtship displays to impress females. The rest of the male's body is equally striking, with dark brown irises, a black beak with a greenish base, light gray legs, and black plumage with metallic highlights. The female, on the other hand, is much more modest, with gray-brown coloring and light stripes on the underside, providing excellent camouflage. In terms of diet, these birds mainly eat fruits, berries, and arthropods, playing a crucial role as seed dispersers in their ecosystem. They spend much of their time in high branches, either displaying their stunning ornaments or searching for food. The King of Saxony is a true spectacle of nature, a perfect combination of elegance, eccentricity, and pure wild beauty. If there were a red carpet for birds, this guy would certainly top the best dressed list of the animal kingdom. Number 4. The rhinoceros hornbill. The rhinoceros hornbill is a large bird belonging to the hornbill family and inhabits the Malay Peninsula, Sumatra, and Borneo. Unlike many frugivorous hornbills, it is a sedentary bird, with pairs maintaining a fixed territory. Males actually fight for territory, clashing with each other using their bills, so they are both lazy and aggressive. It starts to seem that these birds are truly fascinating, except for their dark bellies and legs, and their tails, which are white with a black band near the tip. The rhinoceros hornbill has mostly dark plumage, and its tail can be quite long, with the two central feathers being much larger than the rest, reaching up to 1 meter in length. This gives the bird a maximum total length of 160 centimeters, making it the longest hornbill. Females have a blue patch on the throat, while males have a red one. The large casque that grows on the upper bill extends from the base to about halfway toward the tip, where it ends abruptly. Both the casque and the bill are yellow. A red secretion from glands stains the sides and top of of the casque, as well as the base of the bill, while the front tip of the casque and the distal half of the bill usually remain bright yellow. Number 3. The Inca tern. The Inca tern can be found along the west coast of South America, from Ecuador to Peru. In Chile, it only occurs in areas influenced by the Humboldt Current. This bird nests on sandy beaches and steep cliffs, as well as on coastal guano islands and islands near rocky shores. The Inca tern is a social species that lives and breeds in vast colonies with thousands of individuals, often near gull colonies. When feeding, Inca terns often mix with whales and sea lions, stealing food from these marine animals. They feed by diving from great heights after briefly flying over prey, or by surface swimming or floating and picking food from the water's surface. They are not strong swimmers as their webbed feet are not very large, so they tend to stay close to coastal habitats. However, non-breeding birds may migrate depending on food availability. Number 2. The golden pheasant. The golden pheasant is a small game bird native to the forests of western China, although naturalized populations can be found worldwide. Also known as the Chinese pheasant or rainbow pheasant, it weighs about 0.6 kilos with a wingspan of approximately 70 centimeters. Adult males measure between 89 and 104 centimeters, with the tail accounting for more than half of their total length. They feature a golden crown and back, along with other bright colors like red, mahogany, blue, purple, yellow, and black, making them truly vibrant and impressive. The female is smaller, about 61 to 79 centimeters, with less ornate feathers in black and brown and a shorter tail. Both sexes have yellow feet and beaks. Like chickens, golden pheasants can fly short distances, but spend most of their time on the ground, running where they need to go while foraging for seeds, grains, leaves, fruits, and insects. Humans are their main predators, but they also fall prey to foxes and wildcats. If the opportunity arises, large rats and other birds may also feed on golden pheasant eggs. Number 1. The long-whiskered umbrella bird. The name of this bird is truly the cherry on top, and as you might imagine, it comes from the fact that they resemble umbrellas. Also known as the foolish bird, the long-whiskered umbrella bird is a type of cotinga that, like its relative, the Andean cock of the rock, uses its legs to find a mate. Males gather in display areas to show off their magnificent crest feathers, which extend over the head down to the beak, resembling a pompadour hairstyle crafted by the most extravagant hairdressers. During its elaborate courtship display, a large and bizarre pouch hangs from the male's chest like a tie, which he inflates to reveal short, shiny feathers that stand erect like an umbrella. The umbrella birds trumpet their calls as if blowing a horn, astonishingly loud and unmistakably passionate. The long-whiskered umbrella bird can be found in the Chaco region of western Colombia and in Ecuador, along the Andean slopes connected to montane tropical forests and lowland forests opening to the Pacific Ocean. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting videos appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.